Hi everybody, welcome back to the Ale House. This is what we're looking at today. This is one of my old favourite breweries. This is Naylor's Brewery from Keighley in Yorkshire. This is their Old Ale, coming at 5.9%. Yeah, it was one of my own old favourites in that they unfortunately had to close their doors a couple of months ago. My Christmas kind of message, I suppose, was to ask everybody if they could possibly, because nobody can, but go out there and support your local brewers, your local breweries, and people that your local bottle shops and people who supply these beers into the marketplace, rather than local supermarkets, because they do need our help. These guys went bust, like I say, in September 21. Because they couldn't get the financial support they needed from the government during the pandemic. So, you know, I can imagine as a brewer they've had to destroy a lot of beer, they've had to give a lot of credit back to pubs, bars, restaurants that couldn't sell their beer, and it's crippled them. I was reading a little while ago, I think Timothy Taylor's, again in Keighley, I think it's cost them so far $750,000 destroying beer. That's purely destroying beer. So, you know, these guys need our help. Naylor's is no longer available, but you can still get some of their brews in bottles. I've got a couple. I've got, if you can see on my shoulder there, I've got their licorice one as well, which I'm looking forward to drinking. And I'll raise a glass to a decent old brewery. It's been around for a couple of decades and now is no longer with us. Hopefully, never know, but hopefully it might resurrect again one day. But yeah, all we've got at the moment is bottles of their ale that we can now drink and enjoy, which is what I'm going to do with this one. Ooh. It's a live little fella. Not had one that's poured that lively for a while. That's a lovely pour. So that has poured a nut brown colour. It's got a good one finger foamy white head. There's still a nice bit of carbonation starting there. As you can see, that was a bit lively. I've not had one of these old ales from these guys being that lively before. I can't see the date on it. But I bought this back in September, I think, just where they closed, so the date on it's good. It's going to be good. Anyway, so that has poured really well. Let's see what the aroma's like, shall we? Sweet malt, a little bit of licorice in there, a little bit of treacly licorice aroma coming through, a little bit of citrus on the aroma as well. But it's nice, so it's not a massively dark ale, but it's got those dark, malty, licoricey aromas going on. Right, let's taste it, shall we? Cheers, everybody. Oh. Always has been a nice pint from these guys. This one has. Yeah, you've got the sweet malt flavours. Nice little pepperiness at the back end of my mouth at the moment, which is quite nice. It's got a fruity flavour to it. It's got a mixture, this one. It's got there's certainly some dark fruits going on, so you're getting almost that very mild kind of plumminess, maybe a little bit of raisin, those sorts of flavours going on. But that's also cut by a little bit of floral and a little bit of orange and grapefruit. So it's got that little bit of treacleness in there as well. So that some of the stuff from the aroma, the treacleness, the licorishness is actually coming through quite well. But it's a lovely, lovely old ale, this one. It's a fairly, I've seen some comments from people who've had this and said it's thin, it's and the taste is disappointed. It's a massively complex set of flavours on this one. Rich in way, so you got that sweet malt, a little bit of pepperiness, dark fruit, a little bit of treacle, a little bit of licorice in there. That all subsides, you get that, you're left with that almost like that florally, hint of floral in your mouth. And like I say, some very, very mild orange and grapefruit flavours in there. And that's the thing, it's got an absolutely fantastic mouthfeel. That carbonation is just making this drink really smooth and feel really full in your mouth. It's got that there's a sweet end to it from the malts, a little bit like a toffee, but it's got a nice dry, mildly bitter finish, not a strong bitter finish at all. Lovely pint, strong, sweet and malty. From an old ale, it's got everything you need it from. Like I say, the brewery's gone out of business, but you can still pick up in bottle shops. I'm trying to remember, I would have picked this up I think from my own bottle shop. I can't remember how much I paid for it, which is bad. Probably somewhere in the region of £3 I would have thought, but I really can't remember. Yeah, look, if you can hunt it down, like I said, still out there, brewed in Yorkshire, a great drink. 8.5 out of 10. Like, subscribe, comment, really appreciate it. Cheers everybody.